Are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And for Atlanta, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Len in at the center position. Count that one. And the last two drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
Here's Young, following the basket by Giannis. Shots good from Young. Young's got his second bucket of the night.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
And again, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Now here's Giannis. Outside for Bledsoe. The 3. Tries again. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the boards.
Bledsoe against Young. Over Bledsoe. Misses off the right iron. Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Matthews passes to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Bledsoe outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Goes up on the wing, and it's good for 2. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
They call him Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter, out of the University of Maryland, proved he can stripe it from day one.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Bledsoe comes over to help. It's Collins with the drive. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And Greg Herter, the 19th pick back in 2018. Sweet touch, and at 6'7". Good size at the shooting guard position.
And the Hawks general manager, Travis Schlenk, coming from the Warriors with Trae Young and Kevin Huerter. The Hawks hoping they have a kind of Splash Brothers East.
Jabari Parker's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Huerter. Bangs home the trifecta.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo could look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Atlanta making some changes. Jones checked in for Collins, and Turner subbed in for Hunter. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez, and George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Turner. Here's Jones. Bucket is good. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Pass to Connaughton. Outside Hill. Passes it to Middleton. Fires the 3. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks leading by 3. To the middle. And Reddish with the slam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Here's Hill after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Connaughton for the 3. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2.
Well, you know, no doubt now the Bucks are an elite team in the East. Not only the best record in the league, but getting all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals as well. This team has a bright future and will be a force in the years ahead.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Out to the right wing. Ilyasova in the post, working on Jones.
And the length of Ilyasova, really a problem for defenders. Very tough to keep from fouling him when he's looking to score.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
And the Hawks making a change here. Grabs checked in. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Bucks. And he can't hit the second.
Well, you think about Ilyasova's lethal jump shot. It makes him a valuable player because he can stretch the floor.
And here's Reddish. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here is Hill. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Parker. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And so it's Atlanta holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Name some traits that make for a great team leader. You've been in that role. What did you like and embrace, and what have you seen from others?
Well, I think it starts with humility, a real sense of who you are and what your role is on the team as a leader, and then a really good example setter. I think those qualities are essential. Humility speaks to selflessness, but also being one that holds yourself accountable too.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, we've got Ilyasova. Kyle Korver is out there with George Hill. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Connaughton in at the three. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Hill dishes to Ilyasova. Oh, good with the triple. Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Crabbe from down in the low post. It goes.
Nice to see Crabbe expanding his game, doing a little work inside little by little.
Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Crabbe. Parker outside. And the rejection by Giannis. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's the floater. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. The Bucks also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. Matthews comes in for Pat Connaughton. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. 6 to shoot. Bledsoe against Young. And again, the Bucks miss. The Hawks leading by 15. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Outside Collins. Kicks to Hunter. And the pass to Herter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young's shot is off. Bucks trail by 15. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Bucks.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
Now, here's Lopez. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Giannis throws it down.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
.131 left in the first half of basketball. Hawks passing it around. Hung outside. Kept alive. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Reddish, he's checked in for John Collins. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. And a regroup necessary. Timeout taken by Mike Budenholzer.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
1:14 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Young. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and the change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster and shows you what a difference a coach can make. No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Bledsoe's got it back down to within single digits for the Bucks. The feed now to Reddish. Hunter with it. Giannis is there. Hunter kicks to Young. Just 4 to shoot. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebound, Milwaukee.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Stolen by Len. And Young now, top of the key. They need this one. No good. Shot missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And so it's Atlanta in control with the
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They have a 9-point lead. And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look good.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins at power forward with Len at center. And it's Young in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
No easy options for the defense when Lopez gets in deep.
And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the 3 and also be a rim protector inside. Well, you know, what a season for the Bucks last year. Best record in the East, best record overall in the league. The team cruised during the regular season to win 60 games.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. Here's Bledsoe, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta. Hey, Clark, those 60 wins for the Bucks, the most since 1980.
You know, start to finish, this team was a force. Had a great approach on both ends of the floor. Fun to watch. No glaring weaknesses in a game plan that works for them. Future's bright there.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
He hits both from the stripe. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Collins finds Young. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Middleton. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And it's easy to see why Antetokounmpo could be MVP of this league. I mean, he can flat out dominate games at times.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past, still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Some changes here for the Bucks. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton comes in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Jones kicks to Bembry. Outside Turner dishes it to Parker. They need this. Basket counts. Parker's got it all tied up now for Atlanta. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Inside, and Jones slams it home.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
Outside Korver. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Turner. Defense right on him and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Atlanta making some changes. John Collins comes in for Damian Jones. And it's Reddish in for Crabbe. And Milwaukee with a change here too. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got his first 2 points.
And what about the smooth moves on the dribble by Hill? He's quite clever and skilled with the ball.
Back to Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim. Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc.
And so Collins nails both of them. And players with big numbers on losing teams can be accused of empty stats. So, Greg, you take Collins's with a grain of salt?
You look at his field goal percentage, high 50s. He's not just a high usage player. He is highly efficient.
Connaughton kicks to Korver. Hill passes to Ilyasova. Yep, that one goes.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Here's Turner. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Collins. Ilyasova against Parker. That shot off. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Hill. Sweet little floater. Hill's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Man, you got to love how precise Hill is and proficient he is with the floaters. Makes them nearly impossible to block with how fast he gets them off.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Well, they trailed by a bunch, but once they got going, the comeback was on. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Ilyasova at the 4, with Lopez at the 5. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. Milwaukee leading by 6. Bledsoe right side. No good from 11 feet.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Young taking his time here. And there's the pass to Hunter. He kicks to Len. He dishes it to Collins. 5 on the clock. And here's Young from the arc. But they'll get another chance. Poked loose, stolen by Bledsoe. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Ilyasova. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Bucks also with the sub. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ilyasova. To the inside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the strength and focus on that one? It's clear Hunter up to the challenge at finishing on a physical defense.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Pass to Herter. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Herter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Near the three-point line, it's Bledsoe. That one a little long.
Yeah, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Herter passes to Young. A three-pointer, no good.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Middleton dishes to Lopez. Bledsoe outside. No good. Collins with some nice D. Herter passes to Collins. Young inside. Lopez covering. Here's Len. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Now just a 2-point Bucks lead.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
And Giannis throws it down.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of game.
Passes it to Herter. Pocket 6. No good on the 3.
To cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Atlanta making a switch here. Parker's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Donaton's checked in. Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. We've got 1:23 left in the game. Now Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He talked about X's and O's, but he also said, hey, guys, we got to trust each other, stick together, and leave it all out on the floor. See if they've got enough left to get over the top, Kevin.
Herter passes to Young. Lets it go from deep. Buries the long-range jumper.
Ice in his veins. Young excels at stepping to the plate and delivering in the clutch.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're leading by 1. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. There's a minute left in the fourth. Giannis is double. Bucks passing it around. Bledsoe outside. And the Bucks miss again.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Now the Bucks moving it up. Giannis is running. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're down by 3. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young outside. No good. That would have tied it.
You know, he's just chucking it up from distance this quarter. If you're going to do this, especially in the second half, you better make them.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. It's a 3-point game, and so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. Pass to Len. It's Parker outside. Len passes to Herter. The Hawks again can't hit. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't